guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. If you're a subscriber, thanks for returning. If you're new, thanks for checking me out. Today's video is a propagation video on how I do it. I've got a lot of different trays and different ways that I've tried and which ones I like better and which ones I don't really do because I don't really like them as much. I had the request from my sister in Ohio. Love you, sis. Miss you. Anyway, so here we go. I have this one right here that I've had growing for probably, I would say 7 months. If you can see, I don't know if it will show you all the different, I've got sedivarias, echeverias, sedums. I've got all sorts in there. And I just throw the leaves in there. I used to try and make them pretty, but they start growing out and then they don't really look pretty anymore anyway. So here's one that's a little bit older. I think it's about a month older than that other one. You can see how pretty. They're really small, but they take a long time. Like I said, this is probably no, not that long, not quite 9 months. Maybe 7, 8 months growing. Maybe, no. You know, I don't even know. I can't even remember. I think it's close to 6 months though. And then this one I have all different ages. I don't even remember. I used to label them and then I started taking the leaves out and pulling them out, and then now I can't even remember how old most of them are, but they're relatively, all the ones that are about this size are relatively the same age. These ones are ones that have come with my different plants. Like the purple ones that were already started when I got them, when they were just with other plants growing on, attached in their pots or wherever. But that's this tray. It's just a mismatch of different ones that I've just thrown in at different times. And as they grow bigger and they lose their leaf, then I'll pull them out and I'll pot them up in my other trays. So this, I just want to show you too, these ones have been growing a year. These are probably some of my oldest ones. Have been growing from leaves for a year. And you can see next to my finger how tiny they really are. Just real tiny. Okay, this one's the ogre ear. These ones are sedums, I think. And a echeveria in there. So they're really slow. It takes a long time and you have to be patient, but they turn out really cute when they're growing and they lose their leaves. This one was stretching for the light, as you can see. I don't have grow lights. I do have a south-facing window behind me, which is part of my kitchen. So I set these trays sometimes on my kitchen counter or my table, which is this right here, and that's where they get light, and they don't get a ton of light. They just get what they get during the day. I just leave them on the counter table. Sometimes I just leave them underneath. Here there's a spot that I keep some of them, and they don't even get any sunlight other than what filters through, and they grow fine without the grow lights, and I'm sure they would grow much better if they did have grow lights, but I don't do it that way. I have a mixture of ones that I've actually cut the tops off. You can't see that one. Okay, let me turn, I'm sorry. So I've got crassula, I've got echeverias, I've got sedums. This is just kind of my pot of everything. So I just throw the leaves in, cut the tops off, like these ones. They didn't grow anything. Oh, I did it here on the side. Just a little baby right down there. So, and then some of them just grow all over the top where I cut them. So I cut it here, and then they've got 2 growing here. And some of them, they just cover up the top. And I find that if I leave a leaf or 2 on the stem, that they grow faster, and they grow better. Some of them, they came already with a plant already started growing, so I just cut the mama off and left the babies growing. And like this one, this leaf, I can pull it out. well, I can't, it's stuck because the roots are down in there. But if you could see in here, this one right here is actually a crested one. It's got two, oh sorry, not that one. This one right here. It's got two heads in there that are attached to one body. So it's crested, really pretty. And then this is just more of my, knocked it over, sorry. I was trying to find the biggest spot I could to do this video, and it was hard because I have so many. But there's more ones that I've just cut off the tops of them and then let babies start growing. So this is the super bomb the graptopedilum that my daughter gave me. This is the bottom of it. And I don't know where I put the top in, somewhere. It's somewhere growing or sitting there waiting to be grown. See, this one's got quite a few leaves and babies growing all over. So I've got crassulas, I've got echeverias. I love the echeverias. You see my collection, I love them more than the rest of them. But so here's more with the ones. These are the ones that I just got that I cut off that already had the babies growing out of the leaf. This is a leaf that's attached to this stem right here. I'm not quite sure how they're all mixed together. And then the rogue one right there, the echeveria, if you can see that, rogue. And then these ones, so these ones I just cut, so they don't have any growth on them. And some of them, they do just rot away and it won't grow anything. But more than likely you'll get at least one baby out of them. You just gotta keep watering them. You cut them off, you let them, and then these ones, you cut them off and you can water them every once in a while, just like you water your other ones. And then they'll produce babies or they'll rot and die and you throw them away. Anyway, so here's my tray that I was gonna start for you. I've already added some. These ones already have roots that were in there. And some of them have babies already growing. So I just threw those in already. And then my soil that I use, I wanted to show you. This one is the one I really like. It's black gold cactus mix. And I like the way it is inside. It's got lots of different, they're not rocks, I don't think. Maybe it's a type of rock, but this kind of stuff in there. And I think it's really good for the plants to have a lot of aeration and not compacted soil. And then I just add the perlite. I like the Miracle Grow perlite. It's nice and chunky, as you can see here. I just mix them up so it's a nice mixture and it looks more white than brown, like Andrea from Sucks For You in Texas says. She always says it should be more white than brown, which I've learned from these ones. This is an older one, so it's the darker soil. I didn't add anything, but that was before I knew it was better for them to add. Anyway, so all I do is when I pop these off their stems, I just let them callus over. These ones have been callusing since Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometime. And then I just lay them in my tray. And these are just the plastic trays liners you can get for your pots at Lowe's or Home Depot or your garden center, anywhere has them. And then I just lay them out in a circle. I won't do them all for you because that'll take a long time, but what I do though, I have found is so much easier than doing them in a pretty pattern that people like to do. I think it looks pretty, but it's so much harder to water, is once I get my circle all the way around, then I just do the next circle, the inner circle, I just do it the opposite. So they're end to end here. So when I come back to water, it's so much easier to water them rather than having to go each one separate. Like when I water these other ones, I gotta move it, not this one I tried to do it that way, but this one over here, I kind of have to water everywhere not just go right, like, so right here, this is what I was trying to show you, is right here. I just water right there. And I have this kit that I had gotten on Amazon, and I can't remember who mentioned it, but it was a long time ago when I first started. Anyway, it came, this kit's on Amazon, it was like $5 or $6, and it came with this squeeze bottle that's so easy to water your succulents with, and then just a bunch of tools that I use. This one's good for pulling up your plants when you want to get in between your roots, or around the roots and not ruin the roots. This is for poking holes, brushing off your stuff, and just a bunch of different tweezers. So what I do, once I get it all set up, so once I have the full tray, I actually, if they don't have roots, I won't water them for several weeks until I start seeing roots, and then I will start watering. But some of these right here, these ones I'd already put in, like I said, they already have babies and roots. So what I would do is just take my squeeze bottle and just go in between just like that. And that's all the water I add for them every couple of days. I don't add a ton of water. They don't need it, especially the leaves that they have nothing on them, then it's fine. They don't need anything. So I don't add water every couple days. Like I said, they don't get a ton of light. Light they do get is my south-facing window, so they do get some. And they don't need direct sunlight because it will burn their little roots because they're so tender, and it will burn them. So you don't need direct sunlight on them, just bright afternoon light. So I think that's about it. I can't remember what else I was gonna tell you. Just easy way to get new plants. You have a plant that's not looking so great, that's overgrowing, then you just pop off the leaf, let it callus over for a minute. And some people don't care about callusing and they just lay it down in the soil, the dry soil, and wait. You can, it doesn't matter. As long as you don't give it water right away, because it will suck it up and it will rot it. And I have had several times that happen to me. And not all your leaves will grow a plant. Every once in a while I'll go through my planters here and pull out the leaves that just shrink up, shrivel up, and just wanna not grow anything. So then I throw them away. And then once they start looking like this, where this one I don't know what it's doing, but it grew a plant. As you can see, it's really tiny, and then the leaf is shriveled up, but it's like a super tiny plant, and it does have, I don't know if you can tell, but it does have a bunch of roots. So I'm not sure, you can see them, they're right there. But I'm not sure why the plant just kind of shriveled up. But once the leaf is shriveled up like that, you can just pop it off. It just comes right off, as you can see, very easy. And then you still have your little plant with the roots. And you do have to be careful, because sometimes when I do that, I do pull the roots off, and then I end up killing the plant. But like these, I think these are the ghost plants, which this one just popped off when I was going to show you how I did it. But another one that's grown quite leggy because it probably needs more sun. But like I said, I don't have grow lights, I don't have the space for them, so I just grow them as best I can with my south-facing window. And I'm gonna try and see how these will last outside. I'm gonna put some of them outside in the summer. I do get over 100 degree temperatures, so I don't know how well that will go. Anyway, so once it's like this, I will just pop it in some soil. I have a little pot here. I have a bunch of these that I sort of painted and then got too lazy to really finish painting the top parts, the rims. And then I'll just pop it in, which actually this is what, you can see this, that's what this tool is for. You just pop it, push it down. Although the soil is really loose, so of course it doesn't compact very well. So you just kind of have to push it in there. And then I'll just start watering it like a normal plant. And I try to, as you can see, I try to put as many in as I can as possible. These are teeny tiny, like pots that are like 50 cents a piece at the nursery that I go to. Anyway, so I just put them in there and I water them up once they're ready. Just like that. They don't, and like I said, they don't need a lot of water because they're just tiny and they don't take a lot. So, and as for watering, so a lot of people just use their rainwater, which is great, but I don't get a lot of rain. So what I use is reverse osmosis water. My parents have a reverse osmosis system in their home, so I use that. I just fill up my gallon water bottles and then I fill this up in my little sprayer too with reverse osmosis, because I have hard water. I have a water softener. However, the cold water is not softened, and so my water is not, they don't survive it very well, and the tips of my leaves turn brown and my plants just aren't happy. So I just use the reverse osmosis and I go up and fill up my containers every once in a while at my parents' house. So anyway, sorry this video has gone on for a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and kind of learned a little bit about how I do my planting with my propagation. It's a lot of fun to see new plants grow, and like I said, not all the time will they sprout new babies, but when they do, and it sure is exciting to see them. No matter how many times I do it, when I see new growth, it's really makes me happy. I really enjoy it. So you should try it. Take a few leaves off at the bottom of your plant if it's overgrown. Take a few leaves off and lay them in some dry soil and just kind of see how it goes. You might really like it and keep going and be something that you really enjoy doing. Anyway, okay guys, thank you for watching, and I really appreciate all the support and love, and I wish you all the best, and see you next time.